Hello everyone, my name is Ashok Kumar. I am faculty in IHM Kurukshetra. IHM Kurukshetra is one of the best institute in Haryana which deliver 100% placement to all the students, and the staff working here is highly qualified and well experienced people. So today we will start the session security in hotel. After this session, the students would be able to tell the definition of security, the security measures to be taken in different areas of the property, and to deal with different emergency situations. Good security in a hotel can have an impact on the atmosphere and business and will ensure guest satisfaction. When the hotels have good atmosphere and business, the staff would be able to provide their work efficiently and effectively, which can finally deliver to the quality of service to the guest. Now the definition of security. The term security is used with the reference to freedom from fear, anxiety, and doubts concerning human as well as protection against terrorism and theft of guest, employee, or hotel property. Security is a factor that is paramount importance in the hospitality industry as the guests put a high security to a safe and secure environment. Security in hotel is a very critical issue just because some of the recent attack on big hotels like Hotel Marriott, Islamabad, Pakistan, and the Taj Mahal Palace and Tower in Mumbai, India in 2008, and the Hotel Ritz-Carlton in Jakarta, Indonesia in 2009. The terrorist attack was held on Taj Mahal Palace, Hotel Mumbai in November 2008, and almost six explosions were reported at the Taj Hotel, one in the lobby, two in the elevator, and three in the restaurant, and one in the Oberoi Trident was also recorded. And at least 174 people died, including 9 attackers, and more than 300 people were wounded. However, the present form of security system is of course not designed to tackle such incidents. The, the hotels are responsible for the protection of property and personal security of their guests. A hotel with the best services but poor security would expose the guests and employees to crime risk. However, the present form of security system, of course, not designed to tackle such incidents. So the security system should be very good in all the hotels. Now we will discuss the security measures to be taken in different public areas. Installing devices such as surveillance camera should be installed in all public areas so that it can record the incident and crime situation, and adequate lighting should be implemented everywhere so that the crimes are reduced to a minimum. Patrolling guards should be there in public area to keep an eye on each and everything, and security in charge should depute at least one or two security guys every time for watching all the things in the hotel. If they find anything suspicious, then the security manager should be immediately reported. Multi-tier entrance system should be implemented both for cars and visitors and should be checked thoroughly. A separate entrance should be there for car so that the security department can check the car properly with the detector, and the visitor should have separate entrance so that the visitor pass may be given to all the visitors. Intelligent video analytics should be there. If anybody jumps the wall, a alarm is raised in the security in case someone jumps over the wall. Delivery van should preferably have separate entrances and should also be checked properly by the security staff. And all the supplier should be granted separate passes for entering in the hotel premises. Supplier and service provider should be checked and granted access through separate entrances, and they should be given separate identity cards, and unauthorized vehicle should not be allowed in the premises. Separate lift should be embarked for hotel guests with proper access control system, and the employee lift should also be separate so that they can deliver the food in the room service from the staff and staff elevators only. Fire alarm system and firefighting arrangements are mandatory by law and are to be kept in top working condition. In case of fire, when the temperature reaches up to a certain level, the sensor of the fire alarm activates and trigger the alarm. The security department comes to know that the fire has been taken place in the respected area. So the firefighting equipments can taken to extinguish the fire. So these all are the security measures that has to be taken in all public areas of the hotel. So now we will start the security measures in non-public area such as guest rooms and corridors. The door should be installed with camera. Sometime the guest object about the installation of camera outside their room. Then the security department or any supervisor must tell the guest regarding the safety and security of the guest. And all the lift door exiting into non-public area and corridors in the guest room area should be installed with closed circuit camera to monitor any unauthorized suspicious visitors. Alarm system should be installed in guest room area and corridor to monitor abuse. Sometime any of the incident happen in front of the guest or employee, then he or she can press the alarm to alert the security. Every hotel room should be equipped with a video door phone so that the guest can see the visitor and talk before opening the door. If the guest sees any stranger outside the room, then the guest should not open the room and should immediately inform the front desk. Staircase exit should be installed with panic bar bolt door for one-way exit only, and it is always recommended that emergency exit should not be obstructed with anything. Sometimes during the banqueting function, the staff put the chair or some barrier in front of the emergency exit. Then the security staff should remove the barrier in front of the emergency exit so that a clear passage may be given to guests and employees in case of emergency. So these all were the security measures in non-public area. Now we will discuss the security emergency situations. Number one is the terrorism. We will discuss what all precautions can be taken in the terrorism. The next is the bomb threats. In this, we will discuss what kind of bomb threat are given in hotels and how they should be treated. The next is the theft. In this, we will see what are different theft that is there in the hotel and how they can be minimized or reduced. The next is the fire. In this, we will discuss different firefighting equipments and what are the causes of fire in hotels. The keys. We'll also discuss how the keys has to be handled in the hotel. And the next is the death of guest. In this, we will discuss what is the procedure of dealing the death of guest. So all these are the security emergency situations that has to be handled very carefully by the security department and the other staff. So first, we'll discuss the precautions that needs to be taken for terrorism. There are following key instructions that has to be taken by the hotel, like do not touch suspicious items and move everyone to a safe distance. Prevent others from approaching sealed area. Communicate safely to staff, business, visitor, and the public. Use handheld radios or mobile phones away from the immediate vicinity of a suspect item. And the last but not the least, notify the police and ensure that whoever found the item or witnessed the incident is available to brief the police. So these were the key instructions for precautions of terrorism. A staff pass should be followed and a temporary pass should be adapted to the visitors, and any unauthorized person should not be allowed in the premises of the hotel. Screening of hand baggage by appropriate mechanical detectors should be carried out by all the guests and employees on entrance to the property. All types of mail and parcel should be screened by detectors. If the risk is from a vehicle bomb, the basic principle is to keep all vehicles at a safe place, and non-essential vehicle should be ideally at least 30 meters away from the building. Have a closed circuit television system in place. It is important to remember that CCTV is effective only if they are properly maintained and monitored. And the hotel should cut all the trees in front of the main gate so that any of the incident can be recorded in the CCTV. The hotel should provide the safety booklet to all the guests in the guest room. The following point has to be kept in mind, like do not answer the phone in a hotel or motel room without verifying the caller. Keep your room key with you at all times and do not display it in public. If you misplay your key, then notify the front desk immediately. Close the door securely whenever you are in your room and use all of the locking device provided. The next is check to see that if any sliding door or window or any connecting room door is locked. Do not invite strangers to your room until unless you are not enough sure what kind of people they are. Do not draw attention to yourself by displaying large amount of cash or expensive jewelry. Place all valuable in hotel or motel safe deposit box. When returning to your hotel or motel late in the evening, be aware of your surroundings. Stay in well-lit areas and use the main entrance. Take a few moments and locate the nearest exit that may be used in the event of an emergency. And at last, if you see any suspicious activity, notify the hotel operator or a staff member of the hotel. So now we will discuss the bomb threats. What has to be done if we receive the bomb threat in a hotel? When the bomb threat is given in written, the envelope should be handled carefully if it is in envelope or in the paper, and it should be held only at the corners to preserve fingerprints and other evidence, and protect the document and the envelope and hand it over to the general manager and immediately inform the police regarding the contents of the note. If the letter is delivered by a messenger, detain the person for questioning by the police. If possible, if the messenger has left the premises, the employee accepting the note should immediately prepare a memorandum listing the circumstances, the time the message was received, any non-witness, and the detailed description of the messenger. So this was the thing that we need to be noted down during the written threat. So next is the oral threat. What has to be done if we receive oral threat by somebody? In case the bomb threat was made orally, has any employee becoming aware of a bomb threat through a personal contact or by overhearing someone make such a threat, the person should immediately convey the information to the general manager so as not to alarm the guest. Otherwise, the guest would get panic, and the police should be informed immediately. And the person issuing the threat should be kept under observation if possible. And the person's physical characteristics should be noted, like his height, weight, his build, the other characteristics like color of hair, the eye description, and the clothes and the jewelry and other identification feature such as the beard, the scar, or any other thing. So all these things should be furnished to the general manager immediately. And after this, it has to be informed to the police department as well. The most usually way in which a bomb threat is received is over the telephone. They are usually received by the hotel operator from a public telephone number. The call is usually received brief so that there is no chance to trace the number. Therefore, the switchboard operator or the hotel operator should record the information accurately in order to provide the security and the police personnel with as much as document information as possible. So next is the detector. When the hotel receives any message for bomb threat, then the security department must be ready with the detector to detect the bomb. All security guards and hotel staff are to be appropriately trained about the security system in place and how to implement them in a routine manner, and also in case of emergency. Without properly trained security personnel and general staff, all the security arrangements may get less effective. So these were the things that was related to the bomb threat. So next we will discuss the theft, how the theft can be minimized in the hotel. How many types of theft are there in a hotel? First of all, theft of hotel property by the guest and how it can be avoided. Installing automatic locks on the guest room door. Appoint a security officer who would walk and take rounds at regular intervals. So the security manager put at least one or two guys every time for taking the round in the hotel. Inform the guest to use the safe vault of the hotel and not to keep valuable in the guest room. Keep a watch on walk-in guests because they may be engaged in stealing the hotel property. In case the guest loses his key, and ask the housekeeping department to open the door for, for the guest, and the housekeeping should direct them to the front desk immediately. The master key should be kept under strict supervision and control. So from all these things, we can minimize the theft in the hotel by the guest. So next is theft by outsider visitors, how it can be avoided. Being aware of suspicious person. If the staff sees any suspicious person, then they should immediately report to the security department. Security manager should put 1 or 2 staff for taking the security round every time. Instruct the telephone operator not to connect calls to the guest room in case the request is made by the caller by the room number. Guests should be informed to keep the balcony door closed to avoid anyone entering the rooms from the balcony, and closed circuit television should be used. So from all these things, we can minimize the theft in a hotel. So next is the fire, how it has to be handled, and what are the different causes of fire, as it is a very major issue because most of the time the fire takes place in the hotel. What are the different causes of fire? Smoking. Smoking in bed is the major cause for the fire, and it should be allowed only in the smoking area. And tell the staff or the guest to put the cigarette butt in the right place. Sufficient ashtray should be provided in eating place or in dining rooms or in the guest room, but away from the curtains and draperies, and inform the guest about fire possibilities due to smoking. Defective wiring, faulty appliances should be immediately reported to the concerned person, and such equipment should be immediately repaired. Care should be taken to see that none of the electrical equipment is left on after use. If all the work is finished, then the housekeeping staff or the laundry staff make sure that all the equipments are off after the use. Gas leakage. This is also the main cause of fire. The precaution should be taken against this, especially in kitchen areas or near the gas bank. Combustible material should never be left near the boiler room. All equipment such as chimneys, exhaust, ventilators, and grills, which collect a lot of fume vapor and catches fire easily, should be cleaned regularly. These require constant check and inspection. Cigarette butts can ignite the debris and oils that gather at the bottom of the elevator shaft. So these were the causes of fire that has to be handled very carefully, and the staff should also be trained regarding the causes of fire and in emergency how they can deal with fire. So at regular intervals, the fire drill should be conducted by the security department. So now we will discuss about the firefighting equipment. All the staff should know how to use the firefighting equipment in case of emergency. Number one is the water. Water is used on small fires. It may also be used on wood, plastic, paper, fabric, and cloth articles. Sand is used on electric fire, oils, and spills. Dry chemical powder. It is suitable for flammable liquid, gases, and live electrical equipment. And a blue color code may also be there on the dry chemical powder extinguisher. The next is foam. The foam is suitable for liquids, oils, and fats. And the color code may be given cream on the extinguisher. The next is carbon dioxide. This is suitable for electric and liquid fire, and the color code may be given black on the extinguisher. And the next one is fire blanket. It is used on person to person to cut the air and oxygen. So all these are the firefighting equipment that can be used by staff in case of emergency. So that's why all the staff should be given training how to use the firefighting equipment. So next we will discuss the key controlling. Key controlling should also be handled very carefully. Guest room key should be kept at secured place at the reception counter. Master key and Grand Master key should be handled by authorized person only. A logbook should be maintained to record the issue of Master and Grand Master key. Guests should be encouraged to deposit hotel key when they leave the hotel premises, and the guest room key should not be issued to other without guest permission. Daily inventory of keys should be carried out every time. Electronic key are used nowadays, so the mechanical locks are avoided and electric card is effective and reliable for the security. So the electronic card should be used in the hotel. So these were the things related to the key. And apart from this, all the key of the different section should be deposited in the security department after the shift is over by the respected person, and the information regarding the key has to be maintained in a separate key register in the security department. So now we will discuss the death of guest. This is also a very major issue in hotel. So if you receive the information regarding the death of any guest, what you have to do in a hotel and how has to be dealt by the front desk, by the security department and the other staff members. If the information comes to the front desk, it should directly be reported to the front office manager. And the front office manager then report to the GM or the resident manager, and the security manager should also be informed immediately. And after that, the police is informed and the hotel doctor is called, who will check and confirm the death. Meanwhile, the hotel will locate the residential address of the deceased and will inform the relatives. Once the police complete all the formalities and activities and gives the permission, the dead body is fully covered and then removed from the room on a stretcher. And for this purpose, the service elevator should be used, not in the guest elevator. And a death certificate is obtained from the doctor. And a report should be prepared by any of the staff. Or if there is any luggage left, then all the things should be noted down in the report. And the luggage should be kept in luggage room. And the person performing this activity should sign the report. The guest room is locked and sealed. After obtaining clearance from the police, the room is opened and thoroughly disinfected and spring cleaned, and only after permission of the police and permission of the GM or resident manager, the room should be sold out to the other guests. So this is a very serious issue, and the following points or the information should be kept in the mind while dealing the death of the guest. Like, do not enter the room alone. Always take the lobby manager or the security officer with you. In case you are aware that the deceased was under the treatment of a specific doctor, the same should be called instead of the hotel doctor. And his physician will also be helpful in knowing and notifying the incident to the relative and the people known to him. Do not disturb the body or touch anything before the arrival of the police, as this may be a murder or a suicide case. So this was the procedure of dealing the death of the guest. So in the end, I would like to conclude that the security department plays an important role in providing the safe and secure environment to all the guests and employees. This is the reason that the hotel hires the security staff from the outside agency or third party, so that the security staff and employee does not become friendly. So now the question bank. What are the important questions from this topic? Hotel security includes property and client security. Explain in detail. Discuss the necessity of safe environment in hotel industry. Discuss the safety measures to be taken in public area and in non-public area of a hotel. List some of the emergency situation arises in a hotel and what security measures can be taken during emergency situations. So what are the key points in this topic? First, the definition of security. The term security is used with the reference to freedom from fear, anxiety, and doubts concerning human as well as protection against terrorism and theft of guest, employee, or hotel property. Installing devices such as surveillance camera and adequate lighting should be implemented in all places of public circulation, including public corridors. Patrolling guard should be employed in all public area so that they can keep an eye on each and everything. Multi-tier entrance system should be implemented both for cars and visitors and should be checked thoroughly. Intelligent video analytics with tripwire features makes it possible for the security to be alarmed in case someone jumps over the wall. Delivery vans should preferably have separate entrances and should also be checked properly by the security staff. So what were the emergency situation that we had discussed in this session? Terrorism, bomb threat, and the theft, fire, keys, death of the guest. The door should also be installed with camera and alarm system to monitor abuse. Lift door exiting into non-public areas and corridors in the guest room area should be installed with closed circuit camera to monitor any unauthorized suspicious visitor. Every hotel room should be equipped with a video door phone so that the guest can see the visitor and talk before opening the door. Staircase exit should be installed with panic bar bolt door for one-way exit only. So there are different books also for this chapter and the hotel maintenance department. So number one is hotel engineering. The author is Mr. Sujit Ghosal. The next book is Hotel Engineering. The author is R.K. Chatwal. And the next book is a textbook of hotel maintenance. The author is Dr. N.C. Goel and Dr. K.C. Arora. Thank you very much and have a nice day.